So, welcome back to the channel, and today we have a new oil filter right here, and it is distributed by Auto Part Internationals, or International, and it is a ProTune oil filter. So, I don't know much about this oil filter, all that it's ProTune, and the number on it is, I think it's this bottom number here, I think it's a 1 or an I. Nope, it's an AI 024484. So there we go. And I don't know too much about it. There it is. Don't know what it's for. I didn't look it up. I'm just cutting her open to see how well it's made. No, I don't see anywhere on here. Yes, there is. It is a made in China filter. So, who knows? Some of these China filters have some of the better canisters I've noticed, and pretty good workmanship. So we're going to take a look at that and see how well it's made. But first, we can get a weight of this filter. In grams, of course. And there we go. 333. That's quite a bit. So we'll have to take a good look at this. Leakage tested 12, 10, 14. So it's not the newest filter, but this was sent to me by one of my subscribers. And you know, have to take a good look at this. I do see it as a bypass valve in there. And it looks like a really thick base plate. Like, wow. It's probably going to be, it feels solid. Like, you know, you can pick up a filter and just by the way you hold it and try to, you know, it's like, wow, you know, it's just a solid filter. So, we're going to get a good look at this one. I'm going to take her apart and we'll see how well it's made. Well, but first, I have the seal here. The seal looks like it's made pretty good. So let me chuck her on here and see how much it weighs. 6 grams. So 5 grams, yes, 5 grams for the base seal. And this thing, I do like this. It feels pretty solid. I don't have my caliper with me today. I took everything home. As you see, I'm back on this space here today because there's air conditioning in the building. It is hot out. And I spent enough time outside during the summer at work that coming in for a while to do this on my lunch hour is really, really nice. So as you can tell by the way she's sitting, she's got a real spring in her. I like that. I really like that. I like real springs. But it does have, that is the rubberiest piece of rubber. That's not even like, let's just say that's complete rubber there. That's not even pretending to be soft. So, well, 5 grams for that. That's amazing. How much is the base plate alone? 149. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 threads. Like I said, this base plate was pretty solid. It felt really solid. So that's not bad. I like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 holes for the oil to come in. I do believe that is true. And the oil goes through the filter and comes out through the middle. Until I'm proven wrong again, like I always am. But it's been a hot day, and I've been working in the sun a lot today, so a lot of these things is probably, what can I say? It's been hot today. Well, this just looks like a normal base plate. nice and hefty. That's what I like. And yes, we do have a real spring in here. Isn't that nice? Canister, oh, it's not nearly as thick as I thought it was, but it is thicker than normal ones. And if I had my caliper, I could show you that. But let us take a look here. Yeah, sloppy glue everywhere. Yeah, it's coming out all over the place. So, sloppy glue. Well, let's take a look at the pleats here. How are they in here? I'd say it's not put together. Like, they're pretty sloppy here. But overall, I'd say it doesn't really matter really that much. It looks fine to me for an oil filter. And the bypass. Always grab the corners here to see if it will, in the middle. That is a free going bypass valve, so that's pretty good. That works very well. It does have a metal strip. The filtration here looks like your typical cellulose type of filtration. Nothing really special, I think, about it. Well, we'll cut her off and we'll take a look at it. And the metal on the end caps seems pretty thin and pretty cheap. So, but still, it's got metal end caps, so you can't go wrong there. So, I'm going to have to tell you something, though. Since I'm super busy at work for the next couple of months, because it's the summer months, I may have to drop down to either a used oil filter or a new oil filter and kind of have one a week, and then the next week have a newer oil filter opened up, and then the next week have a used oil filters open up. I just don't have the time anymore at work. So I may have to do that starting probably this week sometime. I'm thinking we're just so busy at work right now, and we're quite busy here, and I just don't have the time to make these. And when I get home, I'm completely beat after being at work, and I don't want to even think about pulling these things apart when I'm that tired. So, may have to drop down to one of the either type a week. Don't want to, and it will probably only be for the rest of the summer. But I'll fill it in with something else. Something that's easier that I can do at home, or working on car at home, or something like that. So we will keep getting at least one type of oil filter video a week. So I'm going to cut this filtration off, and we're going to take a look at that. Okay, before we cut that up, cut up this filter to take a look at the filtration, there is 60 pleats on this filter. So 60 pleats, 60. Now, from the outside, this looked like it was going to be a lot thicker type of filtration. But really thin filtration, like this is your standard of the economy. Actually, not even standard, your economy stuff here. And they ever notice that these Chinese filters always have a large center core on them, and they all look the same pretty well. They all look like this. So this is pretty well the way they make their Chinese filters with the cores. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just this thing just bent all over the place when I was cutting it. So the metal's your standard type that you're going to get from them, but at least they use a spring. Probably because it's cheaper to buy that than it is to get a other type of the leaf type. But a lot of glue all over the place, so not that that does anything. That's fine, I'm sure. It's just, it's kind of sloppy put together. But this filtration, I know this thing is not going to weigh much at all. Just picking this up, doesn't feel like anything's there. Well, there's 13 grams of it there, so there must be something. So, yeah, this is your standard, just your standard type of filtration. It's obviously your cellulose filtration. I don't know if I would use this filter if I hadn't opened it up. I'd say, yeah, sure, I'll use it. But now that I see it's open, it's got some of the thinnest looking filtration I've seen in a long time. And I honestly don't know what this filter goes to. I did look it up, and I couldn't find where it was and where it went. But I'm sure somebody can find out and tell me. And let's just say I did not look it up that hard. A couple of searches done. I'm a little busy at work, so I just didn't have the time. So my lunch hour is almost over, so I better hurry this up. So I'm going to measure this out. So there we go. I got to measure it out. 56 inches, or 122 centimeters, or 2.5 inches in the width here, or 6 centimeters. So it does have pretty good filtration, I gotta admit, but it's just not great filtration. I'm sure it would work for a standard oil filter in your vehicle, but I honestly don't know what it's for. So, if I hadn't opened up, I would have said, well, looks good to me, I'll stick her on. But now that I opened it up, honestly, on some of my older vehicles, I'd probably use this on. Because it looks like it's suited to the older type of vehicles. The types they used to have for the oil filters for, let's say, I'd probably run it on my Toyota Previa, or let's say even my Ford truck, maybe. But I'd probably run it on my Chevy Tracker. It has kind of like a neat oiling system. But yeah, this is a filter that I've had in my locker for a while that I got from one of my subscribers. So it seems like it's okay, except for just the filtration. The rest of it just seems like it's okay. It's just a good economy standard filter. So there you go. Hopefully I can bring you more of these in the future. I run out of new filters to use, so I gotta start doing a look for some different types. But I have tons and tons of used oil filters and oil filter ideas to bring to you. It's just I gotta have time to make those. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and keep watching. I'll keep me bringing videos in the future.